Hello there, my beautiful thinking people. Welcome back to Advocation X and your host, Clyde Phillips. So, I have a really important topic to deal with today. Folks, today's topic is extremely important. Very, very important. And I want to get this out as early as possible. It was supposed to be part of a series, but I'm going to do this one right now because there's some people who are not getting the right information. Once again, that's a normal occurrence. But before I begin, I want you to hit the like button, subscribe, become a member, help us kick the algorithm to the curb. Because at this point, we have been in and out of algorithm jail more times than I can talk about. Okay, what I want to address today is this. There's been talk, FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, people spreading lies and bull. Did you know that when it comes to safety in a car, safety for the occupancy inside the car and also safety for those outside the car, you are not going to get any better than Tesla? Period. You're just not. There are so many safety features built in. The safest vehicles on the road, safety tested to be better than any other vehicles ever tested. Ever tested. Stop listening to these people who are doing nothing but talking crap. Because that's all they're doing. They're doing it to scare you away from the electric vehicle trends. Now, I can't vouch for all electric vehicles, but I can tell you this. Teslas, holy wow. Some of the hardest vehicles in the world to flip. The best performers on side crashes, front crashes, angle crashes, telephone pole crashes, even from the side, having a telephone pole come at you from the side and just out of the blue, because we know nobody ever crashes their car into things. It's always those things come crashing into them. So telephone pole comes crashing into you on the side. You're safer in a Tesla. They have calculations going on in the thousands, probably millions. And each one of those calculations is going into keeping you safe. What position are you in? Which way are you turned? Are you twisted this way? Which airbag should come out first? And how fast? All of these things are being calculated all the way through your trip. If anything was to happen, you're going to be the safest you can possibly be. Some people say, yeah, well, you got a glass roof and all this stuff, and if you roll, the people inside are going to get shredded with glass. Well, let me see. There have been some really bad accidents where Teslas have actually flipped. And it's not because they slid sideways and flipped, but it's because obstacles and things that they've been run into by people who were just not paying attention, or maybe just acting crazy and driving way faster than conditions. And the glass roofs didn't shatter and slice up the people into little bits. If you want to hear safe, and again, with respect to the family, other than the father, with utmost respect to the family, other than the father, this foolish individual, suffering whatever he was suffering, or however he was upset, or whatever the case may be, there's absolutely no excuse anyways, but we do recognize that people go through episodes in their life where things happen that they would otherwise never be involved in. But here's the story that will tell you how safe Teslas are. Family has a Tesla Model Y. I don't know how, but somehow the father decides to take the family on a trip. The kids, 2 kids in the back, wife in the side, and off they go. This happened in California, folks. This individual, whatever he was suffering or however his life was going, he had it in his mind that driving off of a 250-foot cliff with his family in the car, sorry, emotional is not for me. That's for you guys. So he decides he wants to kill himself and his family and drives off a 250-foot cliff in California. A cliff that many people know. Other people have gone off accidentally and did not survive. Down they went in their Tesla Model Y and smashed onto the bottom, which I believe was covered in rocks and other things. When the emergency crew arrived and they looked and saw what had happened, they knew in their heart of hearts that this was going to be a recovery mission. There was no saving here. This was going to be recovery of bodies and recovery of the vehicle so that it can be inspected to find out what went wrong. Maybe the vehicle malfunctioned, something broke, and threw them off the cliff. So as the emergency workers are looking over the cliff, one of them, this is how bad it looked. Only one of them saw something move. And right away, he got everybody into motion. No, this is a rescue. Let's go. And they got into gear. They went down on ropes. And what did they find? They found 2 children in the back who were minorly injured. Transported right away because, of course, the children are the first things you want to deal with. So they were transported immediately up the ropes and off to help. Now, when it came to the man and the woman, well, I think they had a couple broken bones, but otherwise intact. Otherwise, they were just fine. Contusions and bruises and broken bones, who cares? They were all alive, all of them. And I know what you're saying right now. Who cares if the man was alive? He should have been dead. But no, I won't even say that. As angry as I am at him, I would not wish him to have died in the accident. And besides, his punishment is going to be way better than death. He's going to be in jail probably for the rest of his life for trying to kill his entire family. And hopefully he's not put in a regular jail because obviously he has a mental health issue. So hopefully he's put in somewhere where they can work with him and try to rehabilitate his emotional state, but still keep him mostly for the rest of his life. Folks, there are so many stories of people having horrendous crashes, mostly, like I said, out of negligence and crazy driving behaviors, and they've walked away. On the highway speeds, horrible, horrific accident. Guy gets out of his car. The door's still opened. Got out of his car and walked away. There's not a safer car for you and your family. There is not a safer car. Out of Elon's mouth. Well, out of Elon's tweet. Again, this is paraphrasing. I don't have the quote in front of me, but it was quite simply, if you're ever going to try to kill yourself, don't do it in a Tesla. It will not work. Tesla is trying its best to keep you alive, and you are trying your best to kill yourself. It's not a good formula for success. I added all that on, okay? Anyway, folks, don't listen to the FUD. Don't listen to all the scare tactics. There were some people who died in a Tesla, especially a guy who had a Model S Plaid, and he was running up a city street It was a dead end. So he lived in a like a crescent. And at the end, like I said, it was a dead end. And he came out of there. There's no lines on the road. So he couldn't have been in autopilot. He couldn't have been in anything. He flew up that road so fast, launched that car so high and far, that it killed him and his passenger. Not only did it just kill them, they weren't even found in the front seat. Whew. Now, I don't have the information. I mean, in my own estimation, obviously they didn't wear their seatbelts. It's possible they did. And he was going just so fast that the impact was so horrific that it sent them bouncing off the dash and into the back seats. Horrific details. Again, out of respect to their families, I apologize for being so descriptive, but these are the things that happen when we as human beings take our lives into our own hands in a not so common sense way. However, barring those kind of craziness, safest cars on the road, coupled with autopilot and FSD, way safer than even a Tesla on its own. Remove all the safety features from a Tesla, it still seems that they're doing better track record as far as safety than other vehicles. And I'm talking about the drivers themselves. But if you add in just the regular safety features, you add in the autopilot, then you add in the FSD, it's exponentially safer to drive in a Tesla. So folks, this is what I needed to get out to you. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, become a member. I apologize for my emotional outbursts, but some people just make me express myself. What more can I say? Folks, I love you all. Stay safe, stay healthy. Above all, stay as happy as humanly possible. And remember something. We never give in and we never give up. But we'll always keep an open mind, because that's how we gather our knowledge. And knowledge is the only real power we will ever have. Don't give away your knowledge. Don't give away your power. Till the next time. Love you all.